High school, a melting pot of adolescence, dreams, and fears. In the small town of Millgrove, our high school stood as a relic of the past, its history hidden behind the facade of academic routine. My name is Alex, and my tale begins on an ordinary Monday morning that quickly morphed into a nightmare. The day started like any other, with the mundane rhythm of locker slams and the chatter of students echoing through the crowded hallways. It was the beginning of senior year, and anticipation hung in the air. Little did we know, our journey through the hallowed halls of Millgrove High would take an unexpected turn into the realm of the supernatural. A rumor had been circulating about a hidden passage beneath the school, a forgotten underground network of tunnels and rooms dating back to the town's mysterious founding. Intrigued, a group of friends, including myself, decided to embark on a quest to uncover the secrets hidden beneath our school's foundations. Our group consisted of Jessica, the adventurous and outspoken, Ryan, the laid-back jokester, and Sarah, the quiet yet intuitive observer. Armed with flashlights and a map drawn from hazy tales passed down through generations, we sneaked into the school after hours, our curiosity outweighing any sense of caution. As we descended a narrow staircase hidden behind a dusty storage room, the air grew damp, and the dim glow of our flashlights cast long shadows on the cold, brick walls. The underground tunnels were a maze, twisting and turning like the secrets they harbored. We followed the map, each step taking us further into the unknown. The passages led us to a cavernous room filled with antique furniture draped in dusty sheets. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and the flickering lights overhead added a surreal quality to the space. It was as if time had frozen in this forgotten chamber, preserving the echoes of a bygone era. As we explored, we stumbled upon a collection of old photographs and documents scattered across a rotting wooden table. They revealed a dark chapter in the town's history, a series of unexplained disappearances, eerie rituals, and a cult that worshipped a malevolent force beneath the school. The realization that we had stumbled upon something beyond our understanding sent shivers down our spines. The further we delved, the more the atmosphere changed. Whispers seemed to echo through the tunnels, and shadows danced on the walls. Sarah, always attuned to the subtle energies around us, grew uneasy. She claimed she felt a presence, something malevolent that watched our every move. Ignoring the growing unease, we pressed on, determined to unravel the mystery. The tunnels led us to a chamber adorned with arcane symbols, its walls covered in faded paintings depicting grotesque figures. In the center, a stone pedestal held an ancient-looking tome bound in decaying leather. Curiosity consumed us as we opened the book, revealing incantations written in a language long forgotten. Jessica, ever the daring one, suggested performing one of the rituals, believing it to be a mere historical reenactment. Little did we know that our actions would awaken a dormant force that had slumbered for centuries. As we chanted the incantation, the air crackled with energy. The temperature plummeted, and the once still air began to churn. The shadows in the chamber seemed to come alive, twisting and contorting into grotesque shapes. Panic set in, but it was too late to turn back. The ground beneath us trembled, and an otherworldly wail reverberated through the tunnels. The ancient force we had awakened was hungry, and it sought to consume the souls of those who dared disturb its slumber. The chamber filled with an ethereal glow, and a figure materialized in the center, a spectral entity with hollow eyes and outstretched arms. The force we had unleashed attacked with a vengeance. Desperation took hold as we tried to escape the now malevolent tunnels. Sarah, overcome by an unseen force, collapsed, her eyes reflecting the terror that enveloped us. The echoes of the forgotten whispered through the air, taunting us as we ran, the oppressive darkness closing in. With every step, the malevolent force pursued, its wail growing louder. Our flashlights flickered, casting elongated shadows on the walls. Jessica, once confident and bold, stumbled, her courage drained by the relentless pursuit of the supernatural entity. We burst into the cavernous room where our ill-fated journey began, the entrance now sealed behind us. Trapped and cornered, the ghostly figure drew closer, its presence suffocating. Panic turned to despair as we realized the gravity of our mistake. The force we had awakened hungered for our souls. In a last-ditch effort, we huddled together and chanted the incantation from the ancient tome in hopes of reversing the ritual. The air crackled once more, and the ghostly figure hesitated. For a moment, it seemed as if the ritual might work. But the force, enraged by our attempt to defy it, unleashed a final, deafening scream. The room collapsed into darkness, the tunnels echoing with the sound of our desperate pleas. As the dust settled, the silence that followed was more terrifying than any scream. Millgrove High School, once a beacon of education, now stood as a tomb for the souls foolish enough to disturb its haunted history. The once hidden passage beneath the school had claimed us, leaving only echoes of our ill-fated journey. The whispers of the forgotten mingled with the hallowed halls, a chilling reminder that some secrets are best left undisturbed. Millgrove, a town forever marked by the supernatural, carried the weight of our misjudgment, and the malevolent force that once slept beneath the school now reigned in the shadows, waiting for the next unsuspecting souls to awaken its wrath.
My name is Ethan, and what happened at Hollowbrook High is a tale that still sends shivers down my spine. It all started innocently enough during our senior year, a group of friends seeking a thrill before graduation, unaware that we were about to unlock the doors to a nightmarish reality. There were 5 of us: me, the skeptical thinker; Jenna, the adventurous spirit; Chris, the jokester with a knack for mischief; Emma, the empathetic soul who always felt a bit too much; and Jake, the quiet one with an uncanny connection to the supernatural. Little did we know that his sensitivity to the otherworldly would lead us down a path of terror. Hollowbrook High was an imposing structure, its history woven into the very bricks that comprised its walls. Legends whispered of a tragedy that had occurred decades ago, a fire that claimed the lives of several students during a forbidden seance. The school had been rebuilt, but the echoes of that fateful night lingered in its darkened corridors. One evening, fueled by teenage bravado and the desire for a thrilling story to tell, we gathered in front of the old auditorium. Rumors spoke of a hidden doorway that led to the abandoned tunnels beneath the school, the remnants of a fallout shelter from the Cold War era. Armed with flashlights and an old map we found in the dusty archives, we set out on our ill-fated adventure. As we navigated the dimly lit tunnels, the air grew colder, and a sense of foreboding settled over us. The map led us to a forgotten chamber adorned with symbols we couldn't decipher. In the center, an ancient-looking Ouija board lay waiting, covered in a thin layer of dust. The atmosphere became charged with an eerie energy as Jake, with a hesitancy in his eyes, suggested we attempt to communicate with the spirits. Skepticism clung to me like a second skin, but the others were eager to make contact. As the planchette moved across the board, spelling out cryptic messages, a chill crawled up my spine. Unsettling whispers echoed in the chamber, and the shadows seemed to writhe with unseen life. Suddenly, the planchette spelled out our doom. The spirits claimed they had been awakened, and we had released them from their eternal slumber. Laughter erupted, as some of us dismissed it as a prank, while others exchanged uneasy glances. Little did we know that the veil between the living and the dead had indeed been disturbed. As we continued our exploration, strange occurrences unfolded. Doors creaked open on their own, distant footsteps echoed through empty hallways, and cold spots seemed to materialize out of nowhere. Jake, increasingly agitated, insisted that we were not alone, that the spirits we had awoken were watching our every move. Night fell, casting the school into a shroud of darkness. Our flashlights flickered ominously as we reached the heart of the abandoned fallout shelter. In a chilling twist of fate, we discovered a series of old photographs documenting the fire that had claimed the lives of students engaged in a seance, their faces frozen in terror. A deafening silence enveloped us as we realized the connection between our ill-fated exploration and the tragic events of the past. The air became thick with the weight of remorse, but it was too late to turn back. As we stood there, paralyzed by the realization of our unwitting involvement, the temperature plummeted, and an otherworldly presence manifested before us. Apparitions of the students who had perished in the fire materialized, their hollow eyes fixated on us. The room filled with anguished whispers, and the air seemed to vibrate with sorrow. Panic set in, and we stumbled backward, desperately seeking an escape from the spectral onslaught. Jenna, her eyes wide with terror, pleaded with the spirits to forgive us, but the apparitions showed no mercy. The temperature continued to drop, and the shadows twisted into grotesque shapes. The oppressive atmosphere bore down on us, suffocating our breath and blurring the line between the living and the dead. In a desperate bid to appease the vengeful spirits, Jake suggested we recreate the seance that had triggered the tragic events years ago. Fear and desperation clung to us as we formed a circle around the Ouija board, the planchette moving with a force beyond our control. The apparitions wailed, their anguished cries reverberating through the chamber. As the seance reached its climax, the room plunged into darkness. A bone-chilling wind swept through the tunnels, extinguishing our flashlights. In the pitch-black void, the spirits seemed to surround us, their mournful cries growing louder. Panic reached its peak as we realized we were trapped in a realm where the living and the dead collided. Then, as quickly as it began, the darkness lifted. We found ourselves back in the abandoned chamber, the Ouija board now still and lifeless. The photographs documenting the tragic fire were gone, replaced by a haunting emptiness. The spirits had retreated, their vengeful energy spent. Shaken to our core, we stumbled out of the tunnels, the weight of the supernatural ordeal etched into our memories. The once stout walls of Hollowbrook High seemed to sigh with relief as we emerged into the early morning light. The air was thick with the lingering echoes of our encounter, and the school bore the scars of our unwitting intrusion into the realm of the supernatural. The following days were marked by a somber atmosphere. Jenna, Chris, Emma, and I had witnessed something beyond our understanding, something that defied explanation. Jake, forever changed by the experience, withdrew into an uneasy silence. The ghostly apparitions had returned to their slumber, but the memory of that harrowing night would haunt us for the rest of our lives. Hollowbrook High, a once ordinary school, now stood as a testament to the consequences of disturbing the supernatural. The spirits we had awakened left an indelible mark on our souls, a reminder that some secrets are best left buried in the shadows. The corridors echoed with the whispers of the past, a chilling warning to those who dared tread where the living and the dead converged.